Hey fellow YouTubers, this is N0AGI, another non-ham related but workshop slash welding related project. So I had recently purchased this professional jet table saw, and from a local store here. The model number is JWCS-10. They're called cabinet saw. But anyways, so I bought this at a local used tool shop by name Tried and True Tools. Great place to go, at least go take a look and spend about whatever, an hour or two just looking at stuff in the store. It's like a big candy store. But anyways, I purchased this a couple of days back and brought it home on a tilt bed trailer, and then used my 2-ton crane, which was bought at the local Harbor Freight, and then brought it into the garage. So I'm now in the process of building a wheelbase for it. So, which is the subject of this video, really. So, and the it's not that heavy, really. I think it's about maybe 250, maybe 300 pounds. But overall, it's a great saw. It comes with a nice fence and some zero clearance, sort of like gates on the saw and whatnot. So anyway, so I'll do another video on this once it's all done, but right now the purpose of this video is really to talk about my build of the wheelbase for this saw. So I took an imprint of the base of the saw by lifting the saw with my crane and setting up this cardboard underneath, and then lowering it down, then just taking a quick imprint of it. So the longer side of the dimension is about 21.5 inches, and the shorter side is about 18.5. And then the saw actually has these footings on each side of the cabinet, and the footing is about 3 inches wide, about 1.25 inches into the frame, sort of, or length. The length is 3, and then the depth or the width is about 1.25 inches. And then the footing starts at about 3 inches into the outer cabinet frame. So fairly straightforward to build using my welder. So let me pause here and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got this 1.5 inch tubing from the local discount steel in Minneapolis. In fact, I went there this afternoon and picked up this 12-footer, and then I had them, they give you a free cut, so I had them cut them in half. So I got 2 6-foot sections, and I also went and bought a few other scrap metal, and this is the other half of that 12-footer. But I got some scrap metal by the pound. It's amazing how much money you can save by going to a discount steel sort of a store, a scrap metal store. For example, the other day I went to Menards and I got this flimsy little material because I needed something on something urgently, so I had to go there quick and grab some. I think that's whatever, $20. But this 1.5 inch 12-footer, I think I paid $29, and you get a free cut. And then the other scrap metal, I think total, I think it's I got pretty good material. For example, I got this 1/4-inch steel. I got 4 of those and a C-channel and whatever, so I paid no more than $65 in total, which is, again, it's not cheap. I'm not saying it's the best price that can be, but relatively compared to Home Depot or Menards or Tractor Supply, probably the best prices. Anyway, so I'm gonna cut this 2 sections of these at 21.5 inches and 2 sections of 18.5 inches, and I think that should get me the frame going. And then I'm gonna use these for struts. I'm gonna cut these also 18.5 inches so I can put them like horizontally or vertically this way, like a strut. So I'm gonna do maybe 3 or 4, and then I'm gonna eventually build or just weld a few wheels to the base here, and I think that should do a pretty good job. All right, I'll be right back. So I purchased these also for support stands, also for the welding projects, and I got these 2. There are 2 of them actually. One's on the other side at Tried and True Tools store today. So they work pretty good, although I didn't set this up far enough, so it looks like that kind of anyways, it worked pretty good. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, so I got these pieces cut out tonight, and tomorrow probably in the afternoon, I'll get this completed. I will probably cut these in maybe half. These will go for the wheels in the bottom. So I need to go to the local Harbor Freight and grab some heavy-duty wheels with the locks in them. So after I do that, I will measure these and cut them to size. And outside of that, I think it's all ready to go tomorrow for welding and get this all taken care of. Okay, so here's another update of the wheelbase for my jet cabinet saw. Last night I had cut all the pieces together, and this afternoon I got this frame and the wheels welded. So I got these wheels at the local, these are lock wheels. I got these at the local tractor supply store. I wish they had them a little bit cheaper from a price standpoint, but no, I had to. I think it was whatever, $16 a pop. Not the cheapest, I guess. But anyways, it is what it is. So I got this welded. Again, not the best welds in the world. This would be my official third project on my welding, cadetship, I guess is the right term. So here's a quick view. I'm gonna unlock. It's fairly easy to unlock. Just use your toe and get them unlocked, and they if you do that. And it's hard to focus and do this. So now it moves very nicely and smoothly without any problems. So works pretty good, and it's also leveled to an extent, not 100% leveled up, but it works. So the next step here is the way I have it welded. Let me show you that quick. Went to the local discount store, discount steel store, and I got these scrap metal, and I have a little bit of an overhang outside of the frame, and that gives the frame a little bit of stability when the saw gets mounted on top of it. And the next step is to do some sanding. I won't be sanding these beads, but I need to sand the wheelbase area a little bit. So and then I will get this quickly tested, lift the saw with my shop crane, set it on this one, and make sure that it still fits. And I'm gonna weld a piece of maybe just an inch or inch and a half steel piece here, just a plate, 1/4 inch by inch steel plate here as a sort of like a wall, like a lip around the four sides of the frame, not from end to end, but just a little piece from here, and on the center of the middle of the other sides of the frame here. So hopefully that should take care of letting the saw sit nice and tight without any chance for wobbling. So anyways, so that's my next step here. I will be now lifting up the saw with my crane and setting it up on the base here. Okay, so I just lifted it up and placed it on the frame here on the base. Looks great, and it fits perfectly. I think it gives us enough room to put that lip on each side of the frame, just as an extra protection, but I don't think it's really mandatory or required, just based on how it's sitting on the frame. It looks pretty good. I'm definitely pumped about this. So I unlocked the wheels here, so and it should move fairly, sorry about that, it should move fairly easily. So let me move the crane a little bit to the side, and I'm just moving, just even without any force at all. I'm just barely pushing the saw here, and it's moving very, very nicely. So very happy with the way it turned out. You know, there's always room for improvement. You know, on a hindsight, there are a few things where I could have done differently, or should have done differently, but you know what? It's all a great learning experience. That's part of learning this hobby for me, the skill for me. I'm not going to be using this in any professional capacity. It's mostly for projects like these in and around the house, for hobby related stuff. So very exciting, and super happy with the way it turned out. I really like the way the color of the wheels kind of match the Jet brand color. The frame will get the black color, and the spray paint, I think it should look pretty good. I think it should match really well. So overall, I think I will not put any extra frame in here or rather the lip on each side of the frame here, but maybe I will. I don't know yet. Alright, I'll be right back. Actually, before I close this portion of it, let me lock. It's as easy as just pushing it with your foot, and that's not going anywhere. I'm pushing it really hard, and it's kind of locked in place nice. I think with the lip on each side of the frame, that should give it enough stability to the overall experience, I hope. But anyways, guys and gals, thanks for watching. Much appreciated. I'll close off the next segment with the final product. I'll be back. So here I'm cutting those the fences for around the frame on all the four sides, just to give it some additional stability. So I had got about 4 1/4 inch leftover scrap metal, so I'm cutting those in half. So I should have 4 of them, and should get that welded fairly shortly here. So here's the final product, and it's completely painted, and I added these lips on each side of the frame just to give it some additional stability, right now I'm gonna get this installed, and we'll come back. Okay, so here's the fully completed project. The table saw is now sitting on the wheelbase, and so let me move this. Right now the wheels are unlocked, and I'm able to move this with absolutely no problems whatsoever, and looks very maneuverable with much ease, and you're able to pull no problems. And let's see if I can, just pushing it. I want to pull it with this here. No problems at all. So works pretty good. So let me lock the wheels. I got the 2 here, and let's see if I can get the other 2. Alright, so a lock, and lock, and lock. And now I'm pushing really hard, and it's not moving. There's a little bit of wobble, and I think that's expected given the wheels are a little bit higher than the normal, wheelbase stands you would find. So once I'll do one more testing after powering her up. I don't have a 220 outlet here in my garage or in the workshop, so I'm working on getting that installed. As soon as that's installed, I will give that a shot and see if this wobble causes any issue, but I don't suspect that it would. So right now, let me unlock. It's as easy as using your foot. Now make sure you wear your shoes. And now it's easily movable. Alright. Okay, thanks for watching. And it was definitely a very educational project for me. Thank you. And we'll talk soon.